Every day after school, this gym and this wrestling mat hold 2 hours of Osman Karoma's thoughts. This gym is an escape from the memories and the things he witnessed as a child.
That's one of the things that I like wrestling for, because when I come to practice, everything just go away. It just take everything away from my head.
Osman was born in the West African nation of Liberia in 1990, right in the middle of the country's civil war. The war left hundreds of thousands of Liberians dead and homeless, but Osman's parents escaped, traveling by foot for days in hopes of giving their children a better life.
No place to sleep, like during the nights we sleep under trees and stuff. If you found like a river or a lake to go and get a drink, there'll be a bunch of dead bodies all floating all over the water. So you have to push the dead body away from the water to get drink.
Osman, who was born with cataracts in both of his eyes, came down with an eye infection at the age of 14. He and his family were living in a refugee camp in Sierra Leone at the time. The conditions were foul and medicine wasn't readily available. What would have cost you and I $50 cost Osman his sight.
Had they been here, it would have been a whole different story. But gradually, his eyes got worse and he had some mistreatments by so-called doctors.
1 year after going blind, Osman moved to the United States with his father and siblings. The once active Osman thought being blind meant you could not participate in sports, until he discovered wrestling.
When I'm wrestling, the coaching stuff jokes around, my teammates are really fun, and then it just take my mind out of my past experience before during the war and stuff.
Some of these guys look at the bigger picture now, I think, a little better when they're upset about wins or losses, and we have a wrestler on the team that really the wins and losses aren't the important thing. I mean, he doesn't have any sight, and yet he participates, and I think that's added dimension to our team that we wouldn't have had if he hadn't been a part of it.
Osman has gained 10 years of education in the last 5 by working towards what he calls a dream come true: freedom and education. What Osman sees for his own future is not something he will ever physically see, only feel.
His ability to focus on the future with such a positive attitude when he comes from such a tough past that we could all probably take a lesson from.
He did get up one morning and tell me, he said, I dreamed last night. And I said, you did? He said, yes. He says, when I dream, I can see. And then I wake up and I'm blind. And I cried. I said, don't do that. But you think about it, well, how would you dream if you didn't see?
Osman says he does not dream of ever seeing again. He just dreams.
Just get your butt out of your house and go and find something to do. Don't think because you're blind you cannot do anything. Just get out there and try to do as much as possible.